Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Afifah Fakia binti Zaki. So today I would like to present about the scope of prescribed activity from the BELTICA EIA report, which is railway. So in the scope of prescribed activity, there are two types of prescribed activity in railway. The first one is construction of new roads. The Rail Baltica envisages as fast and eco-friendly railway connection with Europe by constructing European gauge electrified railway line for public use that aim at combined passengers and cargo traffic. The Rail Baltica is a railway transport project that aiming to integrate all three Baltic states in the European railway network, and it covers 4 member states, which is Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And indirectly, also Finland, with a road extension at Tallinn, Helsinki. The Rail Baltica shall reach a total length of 729 km with nearly 265 km running through Latvia. The maximum driving speed for international passenger train shall be 240 km per hour, while the average is 170 km per hour. For the construction of branch line, the first one is crossing of the Latvian-Estonian border. The Latvian-Estonian border crossing shall be installed in Salaca municipality in the territory of Latvia and in Pärnu country in the territory of Estonia. It selected in mix of 2040 as part of intergovernmental cooperation that agreeing on the best mutually acceptable solution out of 3 border crossing solution that suggested by Estonia. The Ministry of Transport and the Republic of Latvia and the Ministry of Transport of Republic of Estonia have agreed and exchanged border crossing coordinates, which is an approval that they will respect the agreement in further project developments and will not change it unilaterally, thus ensuring compatibility of the Latvian and Estonian sections of Rail Baltica. For the next of construction branch line is crossing of the Latvian-Lithuanian border. The Latvian-Lithuanian border crossing points near Greentail in Bauska municipality, Latvia, and Dagia in Pasvalį district, Lithuania. In this place, the border overlaps with the river Musa. On 26 January 2050, the State Environmental Bureau has made the decision number 303/122 on transboundary impact of an activity which is subject to EIA procedure, establishing transboundary impact by the construction of European standard gauge public railway infrastructure line Rail Baltica. According to the Article 20 of EIA law, a notification to the Republic of Lithuania, Republic of Estonia, and Republic of Poland regarding commencement of EIA procedure in context of transboundary impact was sent on 5 February 2015. At present, nearly October 2015, the both countries are fine-tuning the border crossing the site, coordinate of alternative Latvian section and alternative one of Lithuanian section to conclude an agreement on a common solution of the Rail Baltica Latvian-Lithuanian border crossing site. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aina binti Zalaini. From this part, we are studying about the environmental impact assessed of the BELTICA railway. Impact on quality of river Daugava and other crosswater causes fish, fauna and water ecosystem. During construction, the most significant impact is the quality of water courses, fish, fauna and water ecosystem. Installation bridge pier making the river temporarily lower and changing the current speed at the construction site, and this may lead to the fish spawning migration might be significantly affected by the earthwork in the river. Noise level increase, the water become cloudy and water quality worsen during construction. Also is the fact that affected the fish behavior, and additional stress might affect the efficiency of fish spawning. Next point is extra sedimentation in the river caused by the construction work on site affected the quality and area of habitat. Sediment at the deepest places in the river become shallower, smaller stone and gravel, and the significant fish spawning substrate are blocked. Work on the riverbed destroys zooplankton organisms, decreasing in natural fishery productivity in the affected riverbed area. Second is the impact on hydrological regime and drainage condition. Adverse impact on the hydrological regime and drainage condition of the surrounding territories is not expected, as stated in a BELTICA Railway EIA report for construction project. Second point is width and depth of water reservoir of Riga hydropower plant in terms of changes in the current speed and water level within the natural possible river flow range on River Daugava will not happen, and the implementation of the intended activity will not affect the hydrological regime. Third is the bridge pole will not have an adverse impact on the ice regime of the water reservoir. Impact on tunnel construction solution. Tornacross tunnel construction is a solution where bearing side of the tunnel support on the Devonian rock, but tunnel body lay on quaternary sediment. Thus, the Devonian rock will be left untouched, and changes in the natural flow within upper Devonian Daugava, Salaspil, Palvinas water horizon are not expected, as stated in the EIA report. Detailed finding on the tunnel track established is a risk of blocking the natural flow of groundwater in the quaternary sediment. Bearing side of the tunnel shall be supported on the Devonian rock will have of large size diameter drill poles which allow groundwater freely flowing around the pole edge. Its impact on air quality. Calculation of the dispersion of polluting substances indicate the significant impact on air quality during construction is not expected. Highest calculated particle PM10 and particle PM2.5 concentration developed close to the construction and disposal site, which causes by activity with boat cargo, while a relatively higher impact by vehicle is expected in direct proximity of the site where the track is constructed. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Elisa Adriana binti Hisham. I will be explaining more further about the method of prediction of the impact assessment. So firstly, in the EIA report BELTICA, which is the construction of public railway, it has stated that the direct and indirect affected properties. So for the directly affected, there is information collected about buildings which is located in the Rail Baltica partition zone and which have to demolish. There is also include 38 buildings affected. For the indirectly affected, there is a power transmission line in the section and affected by its protective zone at the current project development stage. So all of this document and information were received by the relevant government body such as DOE. Next, for the prediction of air quality, due to the wear and tear of brakes and wheels and also due to the suspension of particle that has been analyzed by the PM10 and also PM2.5, the assessment established in the implement site is significantly lower than the statutory threshold of air quality to protect human health. For the noise level, by using the GIS software, it can roughly calculate the noise distance from the places affected at any levels. So the key noise source, which stated in the report, is the state main, regional and local roads, streets, existing rail tracks, airport riga, and industrial noise sources. Next, the vibration impact were also calculated by using the vibration corridor for the analysis. Lastly, the prediction of hydrogeological condition. It has stated that in the Rail Baltica, there is 3 river basin district affected, and also all alternative cross 6 large river, as mentioned in the slide. So the agricultural activities were also affected from the Zingia region in this section from the river Likava to the border with the Republic of Lithuania, and the land reclamation system are maintained in a better technical condition than in the rest of Rail Baltica section, where the land reclamation system were blocked up, largely overgrown, many beaver dams were found, and resulting in the hindered water flow within this um, analysis. So all of this analyzed and visualizing by map were produced in the GIS software, and other than that, all of the flora and fauna also were affected in the stage development project of the railway. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Muhammad Nukari bin Dahlan, and for my part, I will explain about the mitigation action suggested in the environmental management plan. Okay, for the first point, the construction and operation of the railway will affect the habitat in the area. So to overcome this problem, the partition zone of Rail Baltica railway line will be fenced off with at least 1.8 meter height fence, while some forest area may have fence with the height of 2.2 meter to 2.6 meter height, so that the big animals cannot cross the area. Next, in order to reduce the risk of groundwater blockage in the quaternary sediment due to the tunnel construction, the bearing side of the tunnel shall be supported on the deviant rocks with the help of large size diameter drill pole, which then allow the groundwater freely flowing around the pole edges. Next one is the implementation efficient noise reduction measures for the protection of the residential build-up throughout the operation, because it is expected that operation of the envisaged railway line will increase the overall noise level, especially at places where there are no significant sources at present. Okay, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I am Muhammad Shukri Amin Rashid, and I'm going to continue on explaining the mitigation action suggested in the environmental management plan on the EIA report on Rail Baltica. So, okay, next for the impact during the construction stage. So, during the operation of construction, installation of artificial pumping of groundwater and surface water course or temporary culvert through a railway embankment can be applied. This is done in order to lead away the surface water and decrease the groundwater level within the construction site, in which it can be dismantled later after finishing the operation. Okay, next is for impact on fish fauna and water ecosystem. So during the fish spawning period, work should be carried out during daytime to enable fish to cross the work area at night for River Salaca, Svētupe, Guaja and Lielä Jugla. So and for in river Musa and Memele, the work shall be restricted during the spring in order to protect the fish spawning. Okay, lastly is for the impact or change in contemporary geological process. So at this stage, strengthening the riverbank where the bridge pier are constructed as well as slope strengthening in the crossing area can be done in order to reduce the risk of the bank slumping and also landslides from occurring. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.